Also new tonight, Tallahassee's last standing cigar factory building is likely to be demolished to build new apartments, despite being on both the national and local registers of historic places. The Wanish Cigar Factory building off St. Francis Street sits vacant today. It's red brick covered in graffiti. It was built in 1907 and was most recently a music venue known as the Cow House. Now a Tampa-based developer is working to build 73 apartments and a parking garage here. The building was added to the National Register in 2018. It's also on the local register, but the developer argued successfully that they could not incorporate the original building into their design, so they plan to tear it down and install a plaque outside instead. The timeline on when construction would begin remains unclear.